Right, I'm just off on a little shopping trip. Well, it's more of a mission, actually. I'm picking up, what am I picking up? Oh, some summer shirts. Continuing with the tradition of buying my shirts from supermarkets. I'm going to pick some up from Sainsbury's. Oops. And so it's a nice little ride through a country park into Northwich. And what I've got is panniers, because obviously Sainsbury's, you know, if you're going to ride 2.5 miles or whatever it is, you know, don't waste the trip. So, door closed. That was a swan. I think he's taken off. Oh, he's landing. Do you know, I don't know what he was doing. Hiya. Okay, right. So, this is great, this. I put the thing in, never randomly just open the route, if you can avoid it, especially if it's complicated through parks. Never just randomly let the sat-nav choose a route. So I'm going into plan, saved rides, Anderton to Sainsbury's. Here we go. Start. Oh, wait a minute. Right. Finish. Let's try that again. Anderton to Sainsbury's. There were 2 options for this. Right. It was a short one. Yeah, that's the one. I've got the short one. Start. I'm just double checking because there was a long one as well, which I don't want to bother with. Right. So, bike's ready. Bike switched on. I'm ready. Boat's closed. Let's hit the road. Hi, folks. And up ahead, I thought there were some people stopping, and it looks like they're taking off. So I don't quite know what's put them off, but now they are. It looks like they're off. It's a holiday boat. Hiya. Thanks a lot. Cheers. The woman's doing some photography there. Why should she not? Right. Sat-nav is telling me I could get up this, I think, on this bike. It's about a 30% slope. I could get up it, but it's not worth the drama, mate. I've got to stop doing that. I know. Right. Cyclers, right, is not as marvellously easy to follow as you might like. I'm going to wait for this guy. Come past. No, he's gone the other way. That's good. It's not as easy to follow as you might like, cyclers. It's doable, and it, you know, possibly it's the best one there is at the moment, so not complaining, or well, I am, you know, but I'm not really complaining. And down below me are some boats on the 24-hour moorings, and that's the guy who I was following yesterday with the kayak, mole number 7 or whatever. who was driving at such a leisurely speed. Now, I want to test this out, right? Because I've taken this route. Is it this route? I think I've taken this route before. Yeah, now cyclists want me to go on, and I remember through the car park further down. I'm going to take a diversion, and I'm going to see how effective it is at tracking me. Because I'm genuinely interested. It is important when you use you go into new areas. They've resurfaced this as well. 18 months ago, this was a nightmare. It was potholed, it was wrecked. It was a real challenge. This is a dream for the bike. Okay, now what's happening is the chain, quick stop, the chain is round there and it's hitting the pedal. I started with it there and it's worked its way out already. Let's hope it stays in. There we go. I haven't really got an ideal solution for the chain. I don't want to carry it in the bag. Whatever, you can wrap it around the front post here, or you can wrap it around the seat post. This doesn't seem to be a good alternative. Now, it's telling me to go this way, right? Which is good. It's, you know, cyclers here is, look, it's following my route, but it's at some point it's going to go, okay, I'll now change over to what you're doing. I'll join in your madness. And I hope anyway. Yes, it's done it, do you see? Brilliant, okay. I don't like the one thing I really don't, well, there's a few things one of the things I don't like is that the scale is quite large. Like if you were travelling at 30 miles, 40, 50 miles an hour, this would sort of make sense. The scale, it's quite a big scale. I'd rather it be smaller. It's showing about the next sort of mile of my route, which it just doesn't need to show. So this surface is okay. I mean, it wouldn't be so good on the Brompton. It's doable. I don't want to overdo it. I'm going to challenge it one more time because did I? No, I didn't. I'm going by memory and I'm remembering the route now, because as I say, I was here 18 months ago and I did ride through this little country park then. And this was my sort of standard route because I was there for a couple of weeks. It was in the winter. The moorings, the 48-hour moorings are usable for 14 days during the winter. So I did the best part of 2 weeks. So I did this route a few times in different conditions. Heavy rain, you know, freezing cold, whatever it was, you know, wasn't ideal. These steps and drops are the ones I'm looking at them and I'm thinking that, yeah, the Brompton wouldn't enjoy these. You could do it, you know, again, not being alarmist. Now we've got a downward slope and it's obviously, you don't want to skid, so you're not using much brake on the back wheel. Most of your effort's got to go in that front wheel, which is what does the work. Oh, well, any time you brake on a bike, you're using the front, but you've got to remember to do it when you're riding downhill, and especially when it's wet or muddy, because it's much easier for the back wheel to sort of lock. I think I've gone wrong here. I think my memory's let me down. I've gone wrong. This is regrettable. I should, I think, be further up on a different path on the left. But it's a country park, and so the paths tend to come apart and rejoin, and, you know, so it all sort of works out. That way is down towards the shore. I feel like this way. Yeah, I've already gone off piste. I mean, I deliberately went off piste for cyclers to challenge it, and I've gone off piste with what my memory was telling me was the way. So I no longer know sort of where we are. Well, I mean, I know where we are, but this isn't a route I know. But they all tend to join up in these country parks. They separate and then they join up. So now it's saying, what's it saying? I think it's saying this way. Yeah. Can you see what that looked like? Oh, I didn't record the cyclist screen, did I? I was going to record the cyclist screen to give you sort of an idea. Compare the screen with the, you know, what you see with your eyes. But I've done that, haven't I? There's only so much of that people are interested in. Now, I've overshot. I should have gone down. I'm looking at the cyclist screen and I've overshot significantly. There's a bridge over the River Weaver somewhere on my left that I should have gotten closer to. I'm on the e-bike, so it's no, you know, it's no trouble at all, is it? So I've got a choice: either follow this round the way the sat nav is saying, or just sort of there's sort of a path here. It's a sort of a path. It's kind of off. It's more than a sort of. It's an actual path. Okay, that's not taking me down to the river either. This is taking me away from the river. I'm just realised. The scale throws me out every bloody time. Imagine doing this as I did. The first time I did this was, I've got to go. I'm confusing the hell out of cyclists. Now the seat post is coming down. Great. So let's lift this up again. I made what was it? Not a mistake. I put a telescopic seat post in this so that I could fit this suspension seat post in it. So that's my seat post I've taken out. But as a result, it's not gripping as well. So sometimes the seat post will slide down. So you'll end up crouched in what I always refer to as the monkey riding a baby's bike position. You know, with your knees and get out and all. Anyway, the undignified comedy clown sort of thing. Anyway, the time I tried this, the first time coming through this country park, it was chucking it down with rain. It was just awful, honestly. It was terrible. Right, now this path, there's a path on my left here, which there's a long one, which I can ride down, or I can carry the bike down here. Let's have a look. Or I can sort of ride another couple of 100 yards and come back down a path that way, or just go straight to the bridge this way. And I must admit, I'm tempted. What you've got to remember is it involves lifting the bike up. So what I'm going to do, hi guys, morning. Now, if I had any ball at all, I'd ride down there, but I haven't. So I'm walking down. The thing about a fall, it's not just undignified. It's not just undignified. The thing about a fall when I've just turned 60 and you sort of can't really afford to be falling off a bike at that age. You're going to hurt yourself is what I'm saying. Or, you're not 25, 30 anymore or whatever, you're not going to bounce back. That was the River Weaver down there. The path is steepening up, but it's fine. No, that's all fine. It's rough. Again, Brompton wouldn't like it, but the beauty of the fat tyred bike is fly on my arm. Country parks become an option, and quite a nice option on a day like this. But I came through So there is the bike after shopping and bits and bobs. Normal size panniers, no dragging, no problem, brilliant. Bit heavily laden, but we have the power assist. And there we go, fantastic panniers, Ort Lieb, really well made, really durable and waterproof, which is something you never want to test, it must be said. Shopping in the rain is a bloody miserable experience, on a bike anyway. So that the lock is around the front fork here, and I'm not massively happy with that, I've got to say. There we go. It's kind of perched. I'm going to see how that goes. That might work and it might not. So this bike just switches on. Doesn't need a key or anything. Power assist 5, definitely. But look at that, 18 miles covered, 80% of the battery. That won't be truly 80%, no chance. I can tell you that now, because that means it's got like 5 times 18, and whatever that number is its theoretical, but it won't be that. So I'm going to sort of walk across here, because it's quicker than trying to cycle and join the traffic. I'll join the traffic once I'm on the road, and just need to remember the way back. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm okay once I'm in the country park, so what I'll do is I'll just use cyclers to get me to the country park and see what route it's given me. Right, that's the route. I like it. Looks like the same route as I had on the way out, so no controversies to deal with. And let's hit the road. None of this rings a bell. This kind of way out thing. Fuel and exit. Halfords. Always like a look round Halfords. There's just so much gadgetry and motory and I don't know, it's just bikey stuff. More bikey now. But yeah, there's just so much excellent stuff in there. Particularly now bikey, I've gone through periods where I've gone off it. But I'm back on Halfords. Again, the scale on this cycler's map is a bit deceptive, but it's doable. And it keeps track of you in real time, which some of the others I've tried don't do. They lag, and that's even worse than the scale problem. That is the most important thing, I think, when you're cycling in kind of unknown places, which quite often you are, or you know, ones you've not been to for years. You need it to track where the hell you are. So we're off, we're into the country park. I'm going to wait for this lady. And I feel like my seat's gone down a bit as well. I'm feeling that kind of bent knees, monkey style riding position creeping back in. So alas, my shenanigans to try and get this telescopic seat post on. Not telescopic, this well yeah, telescopic, but the suspension seat post was the one that was what I wanted. This bike hasn't got suspension, and with these tyres, they're 2 inches wide, well 1.9, so they're not bad, They're sort of soft and bouncy to a point, but adding a suspension seat post so your backside bounces up and down a bit is a real help on some of the more rough roads. I think it's a help to the bike as well, because your weight's not constantly... It makes you lazy because you don't have to get up out of the saddle, which you do. Like, your knees form your suspension, don't they? When you're on rough roads on a normal bike, on a road bike, your knees are the suspension, because you get up out of the saddle, your knees take the shock, then you lower down again when you see a bump coming. And having this system saves, having a spring in the seat saves you doing that. So it makes you a bit lazy. That's like a downside, but you know, if you turn the power assist down, you still get plenty of exercise. I am actually being lazy today. I've got power assist on 5. I've got another trip to do later on. I've got to go to the laundry, the dreaded laundry, and it's not dreaded at all, to be honest. That was just me being a drama queen, as usual. But I've got to go to the laundry, and so I'll use that trip as my sort of exercise, not this one, because I'm quite heavily laden. Yeah. But I've got today a short-sleeved shirt on, part of my new summer collection that I've been sporting recently, and I cut quite a dashing figure, if I say so myself. Hiya. He's a very jovial gentleman, and why should he not be? It is a lovely day, yeah, but light breeze, bit of a light breeze, and of course I'm doing about 13, so you've got a 13 mile an hour breeze on you anyway, and it's slightly against me, so probably it feels like a 20 mile an hour breeze on me, all told. But because of the sun up above, it's fine. Well, it's not exactly fine. A long sleeve shirt would have been better, but certainly not a winter shirt or anything of that ilk. A summer shirt is great. Just maybe for cycling, the longer sleeve one would have been, you know, which I did sort of realise, but all my long sleeved ones are not fit to wear. I won't use the word dirty, because that's sort of, it's a dramatic understatement of the condition that they're really in. You wouldn't use them as bedding in a, you know, a hyena den, to be honest. The hyenas would probably leave or chuck them out. They're just horrendous. Anyway, so no long sleeve shirts. We're on to the emergency supply. Hence the laundry trip later. But this is good. The seat post is taking the bumps. The fat tyres are sort of helping out, reduce the shocks and things. And the bike's got plenty of power for a 250 watt. There's no 250 watt that I'm going to say I like. I'm just not. You know, I'd like a 500 watt. That's what I want. Well, you're not going to get that. I'm going to try the long way round here. There's a long way round. Because the reason I'm going to do it is because I've added I think about 20 to 30 kilograms of weight, shopping weight, onto this bike. And I don't really fancy carrying it up the steps. So I'm sort of looking for a way I can use the electric assist and cheat. And that involves going along this path, which runs along the Weaver, which you can't see through the weeds on my left. But this should be a more gentle upslope that I can ride up. I'm saying this, right? I'm getting slightly anxious. Oh, it's the scale on the map again. You look at the cyclist screen, you think, I should be on top of that turn. That right turn or left turn. And yeah, you're not, because the scale is just crap. What were they thinking of? I hope they sort it out. I really do. Because it could be a decent app. Here's the turn. Up 2 gears, or down 2 gears, whichever way you look at it. And in fact, down another gear. And down another one, I suspect, yes. And down into, well, actually, I've gotten up the steep bit. So let's go back up a couple of gears. yeah, that was nice. It saved me hiking the bike up, which, you know, is good exercise. I do it, but it's quite a heavy load today, and manhandling the bike up those steps would have had me puffing like crazy. So I'm not following a map at the moment. I'm going dead reckoning or whatever. Guesswork. Intuition. And there's the path up on the left. That's where I would have had to come up there.
And nice. Yeah, but to be fair,
bit of a steep bit, so change up a couple of gears, and I'm going to get off, and I'm not going to let the front wheel get up there on its own. Feels like, I think I'd do it unladen, but with a heavy load on, doesn't feel that wise. Right, cyclist is saying go left, right, so can't really go wrong. Once you've been through this park, you sort of, you know, once or twice, it's not that big, blah, blah, blah. But like I say, in the dark, in the rain, it was just horrible. With no gloves, forgot me bloody, everything went wrong. So, it's a lovely little park. I don't know what was on it. Usually they're built on like old collieries and things, aren't they? But so I don't know what this one came from, but it's really nice. It's a lovely little park. I wish this path was like yellow brick. That would just be the finishing. That would be the icing on the cake. The bloody seat post going down again. Okay, well, do you know what I'll do? I'll try a quick fix. If there is a tightener on it, a tensioner, I'll just take some time. Do you know what's taking the... It's the top part that's slipping in. It's this part. Flies are doing their best to land on me. So, now that is really tight. That's tighter than I feel is really wise to do. But, see, it was the top part that had slid in, it wasn't this. But anyway, top part is now tightened. So, final stretch, back out to the park. Tarmac section. Last time I came here, this was really badly rutted, horrendous road. Even on a big tired e-bike, it wasn't pleasant. But here we go. We've done another 4 miles there. 4 and a bit maybe, I don't know, 4.5. But the battery on the bike is still showing 80%, 4 bars out of 5. I mean, I know that's give or take. That could be anything from 65 to, what would it be, 85, 86 before you get up to 90. Anyway, whatever it is, however they round it up, that's impressive. That is impressive, because that's a total now 20 miles. And it implies I could get a 100-mile range. Now, I thought that was Owen for a second. Because he had an e-bike looking like that. So, our mate down there still. Oh no, our mate's moved on with the kayak. Our mate's moved on. Not a bad mooring those. They're more open aspect than where I am. But where I am is a bit more, you get a little bit more privacy. There's a bit less foot traffic. And I want to try and fix a hose. I want to attach a hose to the wall. I've got a cunning plan. So I want a little bit of privacy. I don't want to be drilling and messing around with people walking past every 2 minutes. But anyway, so down here, that's, I don't know, it's Anderton. Oh, that's Anderton Marina. car park, isn't it, of course. So I'm walking the bike down here. Again, if I wasn't overloaded, I could ride it down here. It's not a problem. It's capable, but you know, why bother? It's quite a bouncy path. It's not jagged, but it's bouncy. And there's some beer in those panniers. So that cannot be drunk today. No chance. But I'm having a cup of coffee before I go anywhere anyway, and a bite to eat before the next errand. Cheers, folks. Thank you. Oh, they're little beauties, aren't they? Oh. So, cyclers finish, save, exit, just go. You have to press the out button about 5 times before it just leaves you alone. It's a persistent app, I'll give it that.
Keep you young and active.
They do, you know, they're just beautiful, aren't they? You can see.
Well, they're brothers.
Ah, right.
They're only just over 12 months old.
Yeah. They just look, you can tell by the demeanour, you know, the tails are up, they're wagging, they're happy.
Yeah. Well, they'll go with anybody.
Yeah.
But, you know, but you've got to be careful today with people.
Well, yeah, you get theft, don't you? It's an absolute nightmare, especially, I would imagine, with proper breed dogs or whatever, they're more so. But no, I just love seeing happy dogs, you know, that you can see they're having a whale of a time.
Oh, yeah. For me, I've been out shopping today, my partner said, oh, they've been waiting. I had to go all the way down Stoke to get these.
Really, yeah.
You know.
But you know what though, the worry with specialist breed dogs, I've heard, I'm not an expert, but I've heard the worry is that their temperament can sometimes be a little bit unpredictable. Yeah. But these guys look as if they're really friendly. You know, they just look like they love in life, and it's great to see, you know, dogs being looked after nice.
I say, the place, if I had that sat nav in my car, we never found the place. It wasn't in Stoke itself, it was outside in the country. And I know my way about because he's a driver every goods.
Ah, right.
Same as you say, you know, finding it. And he said, "Have you ever arrived at your destination?" And we got there, with the partner and their daughter. He said, "We're going to arrive at our destination, isn't it? Here." There's nothing there, you know. That's telling you on your sat nav. Mine, I'm better off without bloody sat nav. I just find it better without sat nav. But they are handy.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, I swear by them. You know, if it's a place I don't know. No, honestly, so when you got there, did you like pick them out of the litter?
Well, my partner did, Chris, and her daughter.
So you had your pick, you chose.
Yeah. Well, there was only 4. There were two dogs and 2 bitches. We had 7.
Right.
But 3 had gone. And of course, we only went to get one, and